Hey guys, what's going on? It's Owen and iPhone 693 here with a video that's not like what I usually do. Kind of, it's a little bit different. Instead of reviewing all like the individual sets from The Hobbit that all these minifigures come from, I'm just going to review Thorin's company as a whole. All, I think, 15 minifigures there are. And I'm going to let you know what I think, going to review each minifigure individually, and more importantly, you get a chance to look at all the figures together in a group, you know, the way they are in the film. There's some great detail all throughout these minifigures, and you can see that I made a modification there on Thorin, so we'll start with him so I can explain. Alright, so here is Thorin, son of Thrain, son of Thror, the last king under the mountain. He is a great dwarf. He's the leader of the remaining Erebor dwarves, and he looks great. He's got the same hair as Gimli, but it's a new mold for the Hobbit sets. He's got a pretty standard short sword from the Lord of the Rings. That's become pretty common, and he's got the gray arms on the blue torso, and of course the short black legs because he's a dwarf. You guys may have noticed that I put Elrond's cape onto Thorin. Alright, so here he is without the cape. Boom. Beautiful back printing. And another head here, you can look at that. Very good looking stuff. I love the little, you know, animal fur that they got going on back there, as well as the belt. His screaming face is really intense, and it really fits the moment very well. This is how you get the figure in the Attack of the Wargs set, which is, I believe, the $50 set in the Hobbit line, which is $50 for 400 pieces. Kind of a ripoff, but it's Lord of the Rings, and you get wargs. I'll probably review that set, so I'm not going to talk about it anymore. Here's the cape that you get with the Elrond minifigure, but I got the real, like, actual long cape that's supposed to go on Elrond, so I had a couple of extras. There's a video explaining it. But basically what I ended up doing was putting this cape on Thorin to make him a little more presentable, because his two main sidekicks, Dwalin and Balin, who you'll see in a minute, they have capes, so I figured, you know, why shouldn't Thorin? He should definitely have a cape. This little blue cape fits him, and maybe that's why LEGO did do that, so that you'd send away for the long cape, and then you'd have a bonus little cape to put on Thorin. But that's the little modification I made for him. Overall, even without that cape, he's a great minifigure. Definitely suggest picking up the Attack of the Wargs set. And the next minifigure is Thorin's right-hand man, Balin, and he's the man. He is great. He's got a really nice new mold for his hairpiece, a little red cape, which can go on Pippin and make your Pippin minifigure more accurate. He has an angry face as well. I'll show you that right now. There it is. He's not so happy at this point. He's got great front printing, though. We'll turn around to his back printing, which is very nice as well, actually. Hello. Next up is my favorite dwarf of all of this company, and Gimli, and any other dwarf that LEGO's made, is Dwalin, and he is a complete badass. He comes with a unique cape that's just got one neck hole on it, very unique. He's got a little bit of very detailed back printing back there. The little bit there is very detailed. The nice brick-built hammer, a nice little knife, nice short little beard that allows us to see his printing and to fully appreciate it, and some really nice tattoo marks on the sides of his head there, especially on the back. He's a very beautiful minifigure. Obviously he doesn't have two faces because of the tattoo detail, but I'll accept that any day because you can't see his face change very much because of the beard. So I'd take extra detail over the printing any day. Great new mold for his beard, great new cape. Overall, this figure's a win. The next dwarf is Bofur, and he's a little bit of comic relief for Thorin's company in the film, if you've seen it, and I'm sure he will continue to be in the next films. At the time of this recording, only The Unexpected Journey has been out in theaters. He comes with the standard spear that debuted in Series 6 of the collectible minifigures with the Roman soldier. He's got a little bit of axe embedded in his skull and a little bit of scarring there, which is really nice. And they do give him like a really happy, goofy face, as well as a stern face, but it really honestly barely makes a difference because you really only see his eyes and eyebrows, which don't change really between those two faces. I can show you the printing there, which is really nice, very detailed. He's got a really unique, nice colored print on his torso there, and as I turn this around, I would definitely recommend him. Then comes Bofur, and he is also a little bit of comic relief. He's got his nice little squishy hat there and a little pickaxe to kill orcs and goblins with. A little bit of back printing on there. I'll just take all this stuff off. And you can see he's got the little overalls kind of there, something over something else, little jacket, belt kind of thing. He's really equipped with stuff. Also kind of a unique color to print somebody in. You get a nice little brown cape. It's hard to find short brown capes, honestly. You only get the other one with what I just showed you with Bofur. There's his other face, all angry and stuff. And he is a really good minifigure. I like that you get a new mold for him and some awesome printing, as well as two faces. You cannot lose with that. Good figure. He comes in the Unexpected Gathering set. Next is Owen, and he is a dwarf warrior who has aged quite a bit and lost his hearing and sense of hairstyle, I can assume. He's got some good printing. This interesting staff kind of thing with like metal whatever on it. Looks like it could be a blown out torch, but I think it's supposed to be like a metal axe thing for attacking people. I like the two-tone print on the beard, which forecasts the Saruman, who will have the three-tone print on his beard, so this is like the next step toward a Saruman minifigure. And if I pop off his rubbery little head, you can see that his headpiece does mess a little bit with the cape, but it'll be okay at the end of the day. There's his his standard face, and then there is a little bit of a growl going on his face there. He does have back printing, and take my word for it, it's beautiful. Oh, you don't take my word for it? Well, there it is. Looks pretty good. Little line detailing, the belt, the strap that continues to the front. It's all coalescing to create a beautiful minifigure, ladies and gentlemen. Please respect Owen, who is the brother of Gloin, who is Gimli's dad, one of the more iconic characters of these dwarven characters, because he plays a part both in The Hobbit and in The Lord of the Rings. Though briefly in The Lord of the Rings, his son Gimli plays a larger part in The Lord of the Rings. And he's got a nice thick beard hair piece that would work well for like a Rohan captain. If you rip his thing off, I think that's exactly Gimli's face, maybe just a slight alteration. And then you get also another face as well as some good back printing. And that looks to be like a looking glass or like a key or something. It escapes me. And he's got a nice big belt buckle and a couple of axes, pretty much just Gimli's axes. Good simple dwarf minifigure, but he definitely gets the job done. One of my favorites. Yeah, Gloin. Next up is Bombur. He's the big fat dwarf that makes everybody laugh because he's so fat, and he comes with a hot dog and a pot thing instead of any kind of real accessory to fight with. His back printing is easily visible there, though there isn't much of it. It's just kind of some lines on the dark brown printing. He gets a nice, awesome head, beard, fat belly piece, and let me pop that off and show you that. And as you can see, as he lays down there, there's a happier face as well as a content, relaxed face. Content and relaxed, and then happy. Is there a big difference? No, there's not at all. Did they include the two different expressions for you in case you wanted that detail? Of course. And as you can see, there's awesome printing, which can be used for other people. Even the printing itself is fat. And then on top, you get even more belly with the beard and the bald tip of the top head. He's great. Gray legs, green and brown, orange dwarf, good stuff. Then comes Killy and Philly, and they are the two energetic younger dwarves that are just in it to win it. And in the movie, Killy is portrayed as a deadshot archer, and Philly is portrayed as also an archer, but more of like a double swordsman. And they're both pretty cool. They got awesome faces. They both come with either these faces or like very strange, like scared, intense faces. Like they're both like on a roller coaster and they're just like, ah! But they both come with the same quiver, some decent back printing underneath the quiver that's not very much worth me taking off the quiver. Front printing is what sells it on both figures, some very nice detailed stuff. He looks more like a little mini Bard the Bowman to me, Killy does, but he's still cool. They both come with the same exact hairpiece, in case you're wondering, which has the little gap in the side to accommodate the quiver, and they're obviously printed in different colors, or sculpted in different colors. Great stuff. You need Killy and Philly, otherwise you got no spirit. And to finish off the dwarves here, we got Dori, Orie, and Orie. They are like the family that exists within the company. I mean, all the dwarves are kind of related, but he's the dad, and these are the two sons. At first, I thought that he was the dad, he was the son, and he was the grandson, but I think these two are sons of him. Him obviously being the younger son, which is like a screamy, yelly kind of face. I like that he's purple. He's got a little slingshot hid behind him. It's good to get the slingshot back there. I wish he had an actual one that we could use. Nice little scarf, some good printing all around. The hairpiece is recycled from another figure, while this one is brand new. A brand new sculpt for this guy's hairpiece. The printing looks really good. Though most of his face is hidden, you can get a slight smile. Ooh, or an angry face. He's mad because he just knocked his dad over. But let's give you a look again at that hairpiece, and wow, Nori has quite the little sculpt for his hairpiece. Definitely unique to him. No one else is going to get that. Great figure, great sculpt. And then the father, Dori. And he's great. He's really into tea. If you watch the movie, he's just a gentle soul. He walks up to Gandalf and he's just like, "Would you like some tea, Mr. Gandalf? It's got a fruity bouquet." Or maybe he was talking about the wine. I don't remember. Either way, got the red cape, which is nice, just like Balin. He doesn't come in the same set as Balin. He comes in the Goblin King battle. There he is, without the cape. Some awesome little stripped back printing there, some patterns. And let me turn his hair around, and you can see he's got like an angry growly face. "I'm a dwarf, I'm mad. Spill my tea, I'll friggin' sword you in the face." But yeah, that's these three. Now none of them have any capes. Yeah, all great figures. These are actually the three dwarfs that you get in the Goblin King battle. Then I'm going to do some generally common figures. That's Gandalf and Bilbo. Bilbo's got his ring there, he's got his sting. Good printing on both sides. Obviously he's got his regular face and then his scared to death face. This is Bilbo in the red, not the Unexpected Gathering Bilbo, which is different. And I'll give a review of that when I review the Unexpected Gathering set, where you also get Gandalf. He also has a great cape in that set, and if you really need to see the cape, you can watch the review for that set just for that. But I figured I'd leave him without the cape for this review, just so I could easily show you his printing. And as you notice, this isn't the staff that he ships with in sets and in the poly bag, because I'm not a big fan of that plain one, so I built this one, and you can pretty much see that it's good stuff. I'm going to make a video about it. Just so you know how to make it. It looks pretty simple though. Maybe I won't make a video, but maybe I will. That's Gandalf's staff. Gandalf looks cool. He's a great little figure. He fell down though. I guess the Balrog pulled him. Bilbo's good too. You can't have Thorin's company without Gandalf and Bilbo, because Gandalf gets them pretty much out of all of the problems, and Bilbo is the burglar. And here's just one last slow little track across all the different minifigs in Thorin's company, and you need to buy all of the Hobbit sets that came out. That's right, every single one of, not the Lord of the Rings, but the Hobbit sets, to have all the figures that you see here. But believe me, for me, honestly, it's worth it. They're great figures. They're beautiful new molds, some great new weapons that are brick built, some awesome little rubbery pieces. The printing is great, undeniably flawless for each figure that it was done on. Maybe they used the Thorin's hairpiece a little too much, because 3 of them have it, but none of the other hairpieces are used too much. And of course, the classics, Gandalf and Bilbo, 2 pretty easy figures to get. Anyway, this is a great little set of minifigures to have. Any respectable Lord of the Rings collection will have these figures in them. But as far as favorites go, I'm going to go Thorin as one of my favorites. I'm going to go Owen as one of my favorites. Obviously, the favorite is Dwalin. And then the final favorite, I'm going to have to go... I'm going to do 5 favorites, because I really like him, and I really like Nori. So, here, let me give you a shot of all my favorites as we close off the video. I hope you guys like this format of review, because I like it a lot. It allows me to focus on what I want to focus on a little bit more than just, what LEGO's willing to put in the box for a certain price. Anyway, thanks very much for watching. Have a good day. I'll see you guys next time.